Thank you for traveling all the way this weekend again. I know it's costing a lot. I know it is a huge, huge expense. I know it is a lot of time, but it will be worth it at the end of the day. What we put in is what we will obviously reap. And that is just, it's a life law. That is just how it works. We are extremely proud of our girls. They're a very, very, very special bunch of Smurfs, and we are extremely proud of the way they put in everything. I think they've learned very quickly that there's one rule in life, and that is you play like you practice. And they've practiced very, very hard. And we want to thank you. And we want to thank you, ladies. So I'm just going to quickly go through a few admin stuff. This is some Teams meeting, and then it's a lucky thing afterwards. So we received very good news from Action. Coach Mike managed to get us a sponsor for our transport. So that will be around 2,000 Rand less on each of our bills on our spreadsheet that you received from me. I'm going to adjust our spreadsheet where I'm going to add 3 columns. Before I refund you on it's about 2,000 if I'm not mistaken per person, per girl on transport. I'm going to add a column because remember we're still going to have capping on the month of August, the 8th of August, the Saturday. We don't know where it's going to be yet. When we went to Dubai, it was in the long room at Wanderers. I don't know if it will be the same this year. It might be towards Atterbury side because the tournament is that side. I'm not sure. We will keep you updated. You will still have to buy your tickets from us and pay into SciCat for capping. So I'm thinking it's pointless me refunding if you've paid in already and then you have to pay in again. We'll just deduct it from there. Then we are waiting for information for the opening and the closing ceremony when World Cup starts. That also requires tickets from us to buy. It obviously includes them. The price, they don't pay for it, but you as a parent who would like to attend, they need to buy a ticket. From personal experience, I wouldn't recommend the opening. It's not that big of a deal. All the teams come up, they sign a pledge. This is Australia, this is New Zealand, this is Pakistan, this is Zimbabwe, whatever, and then it's done. The closing ceremony, however, is a beautiful event. That includes a dinner. So I would suggest maybe save for that. That is a nice event. That's also then all the medals get awarded, the MVPs and all of that.
Alles by die arena.
That will probably be in a hotel closer to Pretoria because all the countries are around there. So it will probably be one of a ballroom and maybe in one of the international hotels that's in mainland. Or a conference, mainland conference, maybe. Action will give us that detail, but I want to at least inform you now with as much info as what we've got that it's not a surprise for you at the end. Then at least you are aware of it. Thank you for last night. It was so much fun. I will keep a recon for you. I am buying our rhino. He is grazing currently at, is it Alzu? I'm just joking. But yeah, so I will let you know how much the guy will charge me per one. And I'm also still waiting for Action to tell me how many little gifts we need to buy. Because we need to give each player from each country that we're playing against a little gift from us as the Smurfs. Okay, so I'm going to put the rhino with a little sweetie and maybe a little photo of us and a chiffon little baggie, and that's nice for them to take out as a proper memento. So that was it. Then don't order kits yet. We're waiting for the links to be open, and per my message I've given you, we don't know what the design is yet. That is a surprise for us as South Africa. But as soon as they send us the link, we can go onto the website. Now, I did inform some of the parents who's paid up already. I just want to tell you, if you've paid money into Action already, and say for instance you've paid your 30,000 Rand, and your kit comes down to 10,000 that you're going to order online. Remember that 10,000 is already included in your 30. But now you've given Action the 30 already. We're going to request a refund for them to give you your 10,000 back, because you need to pay Exco, you need to pay the supplier directly. it's part of your whole amount, but because we need to pay a supplier, Action needs to give us the money back that we've given them already. So we will liaise between us what you've ordered. Then you saw the compulsory kit. We need to order those. I would recommend, I'm not going to force you, but I would like to recommend you to maybe get the girls a backpack. It will be a nice, beautiful blue backpack for the blue team, if I'm not mistaken. So it's quite nice. And then Mike, can I give them the other news before we give? Okay. Then guys, we have just received not a no. And that is a huge positive sign for us, hopefully. And I'm asking you to pray. We have requested that all 14 of our girls can come. So we are not announcing a dropout today. Action didn't say no. Action said to us, we are taking your recommendation to the WICF, which is Australia and Sri Lanka. So there's hope. Okay. Okay? Not yet, and we're going to fight that there's not going to be any tears. I'm going to give you the biggest fight that you will ever have. We're going to try. And our motivations coach will do that. We'll send his motivation also through. Danny and them knew we were probably going to asking for it because they didn't give us a no this morning. And to me, there's always hope. Okay. And even, yes, they might now be 6 on the bench, play a little bit less games, but the experience these girls will pick up. And the kameraadskap, and the ubuntu-ness, or what is the big words that we use there, that we cannot take away from them. Okay, so please support us. I hope it's okay with you that we've tried to do this. And then, yeah, let's rather try and take all of our small villages across the border in Pretoria, over the Etals, and then play our World Cup. Now, before Coach is going to announce it, I want you girls to stand. My Smurfs. We are extremely proud of you. You are going to represent your country. Even if you're the blue team, it doesn't matter. I want you to wear this flag with the utmost pride and do not trip over it when we are entering the world stage like the soccer uncle, please. Oh, and John and I is just saying committing suicide on my dog. Thank you, guys. No, mister, you must come in. Will you send us the photos, please, because I'm not
heads up as you
later.
I'm also that what we did. So girls, last night at the restaurant, just before we all went home, okay, I was standing near Mama Landa and I went, I need to go because the emotions were starting to come. Because it's a difficult decision to make. And then the girls did a bloody Macarena. And then Mama Landa said, you better go home because if you start crying, I'm going to start crying. Because it's a difficult decision and the decisions need to be made. And I always knew it was going to be a difficult call. Okay? It was always going to be difficult. And on Saturday morning, we were sitting at the front of the one court and I asked you guys, show up, make my life a misery. Thank you. Thank you to each one of you. You seriously make my life tough. And then with a chat last night, Mama Landa couldn't sleep, so I couldn't sleep. What can we do? And I said, I'll phone Danny I'll speak to her about the development of it. I sent Danny a message that can I phone you at 10 or at 12? Because 10 o'clock my tea time, 12 o'clock my lunch time. And she answered me shortly after 8, after we started. 12 o'clock will be fine. 12 o'clock I phoned her, she answered. I said, can we? And she says, I knew you were going to ask. I will send the request through to the WICF. So again, like Malanda says, let's hope and pray. Let's hold our thumbs. Whatever has to work, let's make it work. Yes, I have made my call. And yes, it's going to be tough. And yes, it will. Okay? So we haven't crossed the bridge yet. Let's do that when we get there. Okay? Because I'm not someone who shies away from the tough decision, because it is expected of me. Okay? And we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So, girls, the question about captaincy leaves is left open. I've delayed announcing it and all of that. Okay? One thing about you, so I'm going to turn my back to the parents. One thing about you guys is that there are leaders. I'm going to point at some of you that stand out, the noisy one, Steph. Okay? She's always going to be loud. She's always going to say things. She always encourages. But you're going to be who you are. It's who you are. And I'm not excluding, when I exclude you, it doesn't mean you're not a leader. I'm pointing at the guys that were they really showed up. Ava, really showed up. You come with ideas. You're not afraid to say, can't we try? Skylar, that's who you are. Mix in your quiet little way. But even in Valhalla, I could hear you, and I was on the other side of the board. So don't let anybody tell you you don't have a voice, okay? Because you do. And then I asked the girls to fill in a paper. Who do you think is going to be the coach? And who's your vice captain? No, who's going to be? Who's going to be your captain? Who do you think I'm going to announce as a captain? The captain is appointed by me, because, and they're not my captain, they're your captain, but they have a certain duty, and I took the girls through what I see in the captain and what their function is, because they're my extension into the team and to the public, because I'm not allowed to talk to the umpire, but they are. So they have that bond, and they all wrote down a name, and then who's your vice captain? Who do you pick as vice captain? And what makes every single one of these girls a leader is that they all picked, and they picked cleverly, and that I didn't want their reason, but there was a definite identification. I'm not going to say who got what vote, but you guys voted for someone, and the person I'm going to announce as vice captain got the most votes as vice captain. In other words, it's a team representative. And my captain, Skylar Benefit. Skylar, very mature. She executes. When I ask her to do something, she does that and nothing else. And she's going to take us onto the court in the first game. So you're going to play the first game for sure, because you're going to be there. And I haven't picked my starting 8 yet. Good luck. Good luck with this bunch. The vice captain you guys picked by overwhelming majority, Potter. Because I also wrote a name down as vice captain who I thought the team was going to pick. You step into it. You're the entertainment manager kind of thing. You are the person that the team comes to. So you're the team leader here. Okay. Where Skylar does the official stuff. When they have something, you are there every release point. You are that senior player. And they've noticed that. Okay? There are other players who also got votes. But I'm not going to say who, what, where, and when. Every single one of you, you know the door's open on my court. You can come to me. You can talk to me about everything. And if you don't want to talk to me, that's why I'm taking her away from you, Anthony, for a while. But you pay the bills.
And I said to Anthony, when we're in the hotel room together, I'm not divulging anything of the blue tea to him, but I will pull out all the green tea. Don't worry.
So we're definitely canning the July camp because of cost, and there's a bunch of you guys going to IPTs with the action sites. Good luck for that tournament. Do not get injured. And like I said to Bakanti, if your coach says something, he says, no, my coach said. And then you can give them my number. Okay. Good luck to those guys traveling back. We appreciate it a lot, what you guys are doing. Capping is going to be on the 8th of August, so we'll see you on the 8th of August at Atterbury. And we're going to start practicing with the birdies that we got. And I've saved that for them, because we need to see what the birdie does on the court. We play one with a birdie. And then it gets real. It gets very real. And then we'll see, let's have a look at if we can put another camp in. I'll speak to the coaches in the away provinces that I've got working with the girls to do exactly what I'm asking them to do. They learned new things this camp, and some got it right immediately and then struggled later, and some didn't get it right and then did get it right. Okay. We started bowling with our eyes closed, because you know the bowl. Same way, next. And you wondered why. And we're starting to focus, and we started leaving things, what happens on the side alone. And I think mentally we're starting to become ready. It's no longer a big joke, it's becoming very, very real. Treasure this flag. That's who we are. This is who we represent. And I don't care whether our clothes are blue or pink and yellow or green or whatever. We are a representative of South Africa. And don't ever forget that. We deserve to be here. Well done.
That's it. May you be blessed. Travel safely. And we'll chat on WhatsApp. Thank you, God. Thank you. What are we supposed to do?
Good job.
There we go.